C.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So my Fireside chat today was something I came up with when Ray's like, oh shoot, we need someone to do Fireside chat on Sunday evening. So I thought it'd be fun to teach you guys lockpicking. I broke into my physics teacher's door every single day of my high school career because I was bored and she let me, and I got to just hang out, do homework and stuff in her room. I just used a credit card, but I'm going to teach you a bunch of different ways to get past a bunch of different common locks and get kind of an understanding of what's going on inside of like combination locks and safes and things. Both so you can kind of hopefully respect a little bit the engineering that goes inside making a really good lock, but also at the same time showing you how to defeat it and laugh in the engineer's face when you get through it in like 6 seconds. So to start off with, I thought I'd go through a couple of different example locks and maybe some safes, and then different cracking strategies, and then I went ahead and 2-day shipped out a demo lock so that you guys can practice lockpicking, and I'll show you how to do that, and then you can at least understand the general practice, so when you go and get locked out of your house or lock your bike to a tree sometime, you might be able to get out of it. Sure. So we'll start with some different types of locks. So this is a pretty cool rip-off. Can you guys not see my thing?
Oh, yeah,
All right.
Also, did you start Hangout?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did. No, Devin can see it because I'm sharing my screen. But,
But it isn't missing.
all right.
Hercules 40-inch.
What?
So it's set up the top left.
Cool. All right. So I'm going to start with this quick video on how combination safes work, and combination locks. These are effectively the same thing that you find on a safe or somewhere else, but it has the added benefit of explaining
The safe.
So we're going to start pretty much. Safes are concrete wrapped in steel on either ends. So a good safe has steel to make it hard to break, concrete to absorb heat if you try to bring a torch to it, and then steel on the inside to protect your documents inside from like heat again. It's just kind of a sandwich.
Glass also.
Sometimes they have glass. He makes a good point. Why would you add glass in a safe? There are a couple different reasons. Why, yeah, sure.
Lasers.
What?
Glass prevents like IR lasers from getting through.
The steel and the concrete.
Me? Okay, so
Different kind of lasers.
there are a couple of different things that classify as like glass. Sometimes they'll have fiberglass inside. This is an added like layer to prevent concrete from stretching. They also might have glass to prevent drilling safes. How would that work? Any ideas?
Glass break from the lock.
Pretty much, yeah. If all of your tumblers are held back by painted glass, then if it breaks, then the actual locks will push it inside the wall. And you have to sit at it for a while. So the idea is, if the safe's in the wall, the robber can't get to it because it's now broken, and you'd have to have some guy hack at it for a week to get it out. But yeah. Beyond that, though, this goes through
Care of the safe's inaccessible side.
how to...
For its accessible side, we focus on the lock. If you know the combination, opening the safe is child's play. But how does the lock work? It's made up of a dial, a spindle, 3 wheels, a smaller wheel, and a fence. When the dial is turned, the small wheel also turns. A tooth on the small wheel turns the third wheel, which has its own tooth. That tooth turns the second wheel, which eventually moves the first wheel. The first number in the combination corresponds to the position of the first wheel when its notch is right at the top, directly under the fence. There is 1 chance in 99 that someone will be able to randomly find that position, because there are 99 possible choices. For the second number in the combination, the dial is turned in the opposite direction, until the notch on the second wheel is also at the top, directly under the fence. The probability of randomly finding the first 2 numbers of the combination is 1 in 9,702. To enter the third number of the combination, the direction of the dial is again reversed until the notch of the third wheel is at the top, directly under the fence, which is finally free and clear. It drops into the notches, activating a lever which unlocks the handle. The safe now opens easily. The chances of randomly finding the one correct position for all three wheels are only 1 in 941,094.
So that's pretty much the idea behind the combo lock. You can see why they always tell you like spin it one way to clear it all, because all of those would cam and you rotate the entire thing and garble it up. You could also see why the way it's built, sometimes if that gap is too large, you get a tolerance of like, oh, you only got to be within like maybe 2 numbers of the actual number, because as long as the bar can fit in the slot, you're good. So sometimes in really cheaply made blocks, you can have like a block of 5, where you can go like 2.5 this way, 2.5 that way, and get close enough for it to work. And then obviously this stuff's sandwiched down pretty tight so that it's thin enough to fit the master lock. So yeah, that's generally how a combination lock works. Why is this? Well, that's really weird. All right. Cool. So this is just a tumbler lock that I'm going to show and kind of just talk through the explanation of this. Tumbler locks are fun because they're what's usually inside the door. This is what you classically think of like just a key lock, pretty much. The way it works is each of the little nubs on a key corresponds to a pin that is in a cylinder in this actual lock. So you think like I have this major cylinder that's where the key goes, and then I have the outer like perimeter of the lock. If all those pins line up, as in this example, you can take and you can rotate the lock and it'll work fine. If they don't line up, then if one of the pins is offset, it just won't let you move it. So the keys are just progressively getting more complex that you can take, and it's like ridged and stuff, so that it's a little difficult to fit something inside of it sometimes. Other times, all the pins, like refrigerator locks, oftentimes are actually sort of cylindrical. So you'll see like they have a cylinder with all those little divots in it, and that's because all the pins are vertical, and they're all different size. So if I put something in, and they all push the correct amount, and then there's an even face. But all of those locks that have pins in them will have some shear plane or shear face of that inside cylinder that then can rotate freely once a correct lock is put through. This is the lock that we'll have you crack today because it's fun. So those are the general types of locks, and those are the most common ones to bump into. There are fingerprint ones and stuff that are interesting, but we can't really crack those easily. But I thought I'd go through some fun ways that people have come up with cracking these locks. So this is shimming a master lock. So actually taking and, yeah, don't do this, please.
Alright, I'm going to show you how to pick a lock, well not pick a lock, but shim a lock. Somewhat even on all sides
That's where it gets interesting.
if possible.
So I'll just talk you through it. So pretty much the way a lock works, we'll show you this on this guy too. It has that little like notch in it. So you know when you lift up a master lock, generally that actual U has a little notch in it. That acts kind of like a normal door, where it's just spring loaded in there. So the idea is if I just shim a piece of metal between that little spring cam, right, and the actual shaft, I can lift it up and it's totally fine. So what he's doing here, he's effectively making almost like a guitar pick out of just a sheet of aluminum we got from the can, and then he's going to take it and he's going to kind of wrap it around so he's going to push it inside and shove it all the way down the top of that top U, and then once it gives, it should just let him open up the lock because it'll just push away the tooth. It's a really interesting way to cheat. I actually didn't realize this until a little earlier, but this is exactly how you open doors oftentimes. By just putting something into the door jamb and a lock.
Flip it over.
This guy used such a bad design for it. That's not the way it is. Like everybody like this uses the same sort of design.
What's it better?
There's a better than where you have it branch out, you have wings, so you can push down. Oh, you mean like the leather stuff? Yeah.
And
Just for leather.
pinch the two sides
And then you don't have to apply.
That's why I have pliers.
together. Something like that.
So when you like, if you want to carry them,
Push
you're like
down.
able to have to lock them on the go, and you don't have to like.
till this side, right here, meets up with the locking mechanism. And once it meets up, you got it open.
That's pretty much it. What Charlie mentioned is, yeah, oftentimes someone makes something that looks like this. So you actually have like little rings to push down on. So you just wrap that around and you push it
Oh,
out.
yeah.
I kind of wish they fast and simple now, I think about it. So I just playing around. But yeah, that's the general idea behind it. Cool. So every time I get out of this, I get stuck. All right. Then we're gonna go back to door lock shipping. So this is a harder version of the just slip a card if you have like the
Alright
exposed
guys,
card.
I'm gonna show you how to unlock a door using
Like I'll show you.
a credit card or driver's license, whatever. In this case, it's a Kroger's Plus card. Alright? Do not use this for illegal purposes at all, okay? Just in case you get locked out the house.
You know, I don't know, maybe you not know them.
So you start up here.
Oh, yeah? That plays on screen? Yeah, okay.
Start ahead of the little plate. Slide it down and press.
So
There you
pretty
go.
much you just took it and shimmed it.
Might bend your card a little bit, but see, that's the plate that I speak of.
Don't they generally put the flat side of the lock on the outside so you can't
See?
do
They
that?
actually don't.
They don't?
You just
Yeah.
My friend was doing this last night, and he's like, yeah,
Well,
most
because if you think about it,
Oh, yeah,
because then the wedge would be on the, so I just push the door open.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's another way to do it. A lot of locks are just like, it's almost a matter of tolerance. So if it's just really high tolerance, there won't be much space for you to do this. If it's junky, then you can do that. If there's, even on like other locks, they're much easier to pick if they're not well machined. So oftentimes good locks are the same design exactly,